whoa. Kain ka awon wait. Awon wait ko tasin. Awon wait ko tasin. Yeah, I think it's protecting the kids there. Look, the kids are coming. You see, they say apparently the small ones. Well, a very, very, very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the beautiful rough seas between the Georgia, where we're heading to, and the Falklands, where we were 2 days ago. We've been at sea for the last 2 days in a row, and today the weather is really, really terrible. It's so gloomy, and we do not have a clear visual of where we are going. Nonetheless, our radars are showing us that we're expecting good temperatures tomorrow when we get to Georgia. It's so rough today, extremely rough, because it's been raining all night, and we are now heading to Georgia Islands, where we will arrive tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock. Just something to note about Georgia Island is that it is also such a beautiful island there, where there is a lot of birds in that vicinity. And we have had to initiate something called the duck sailing. The duck sailing means that from tonight at 9 o'clock, we have been instructed by the Georgian authorities that we have to cover the ship pitch black. We have to switch off all the lights on the outside decks. We have to cover all the windows with curtains, and we have to put up black covers on all the windows, on all the open decks. This is to protect any light from leaving the ship. The reason being that there is a lot of birds in Georgia, and you know, birds get attracted to light at night, and you do not want 1,000 birds to get on your ship. We are avoiding bird strikes. Bird strikes doesn't only happen on the planes, but it also happens on the ship. If you imagine, can you imagine 1,000 birds flocking on the ship at one time? It is not that it's going to be dangerous to human life, but you can imagine how they might be carrying some diseases, some airborne diseases or everything like that. So we will cover the ship totally black. We will be sailing black. We will be sailing dark tonight until we arrive to Georgia tomorrow morning. So everything will be covered. All the lights will be off. Only the little signaling light there, all the way half of the ship, will be switched on. This is to indicate to another ship which direction we are going at night. So we will be arriving tomorrow morning to the beautiful island of Georgia. And something funny to note, ladies and gentlemen, is that yesterday I found out that there is Kenyans who lives in Falklands. Unbelievable indeed. I met Kenyans who work in supermarkets. I met Kenyans who work in curio shops in the Falklands Islands. How they got there, only God knows. How I got here, only God knows. Still remains a mystery. We are pushing further. It's difficult to sail and to for the ship to produce a speed when the sea is so rough like this, because obviously the propellers keep missing the timings to squirrel through these rough seas here of the South Pacific. Well, a very, very, very good indeed. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Sun, finally. We made it to Ushuaia, and that is our pilot there who is going to board the vessel to be able to dock us safely through this beautiful port of Ushuaia. We are back to Ushuaia after 10 days being down in Antarctica. I didn't have much time on my hands this time, ladies and gentlemen, to brief you about Antarctica, because I was extremely busy. But now we are back to Ushuaia for our turnaround. Means we're going to offload the 247 passengers that we currently have on board and get another 270 this time around. We are going to be sailing full this time around. Remember, this is a Christmas cruise, and it's one of the most famous and one of the most expensive cruises to sail to in Antarctica when you sail on a Christmas cruise. No wind today, calm seas, absolutely incredible, smooth sailing today, no wind. Normally when the final approach to Ushuaia is normally really, really windy, but today it is just stable. And just to let you know is that the next trip that we'll be doing this time round after Ushuaia, when we depart tomorrow at 1700 hours, is we are not going to Antarctica this time. However, we are going to Georgia and the Falklands. Those are some of the major islands, great continents, where we will get to see the king penguins. Those are like the huge tall penguins. They go high as up about 3 meters high, tall. Those are the tall. That's how tall the penguins of the Falklands and the Georgia are. So I will not be showing you Antarctica. Rather, I will be showing you a different place indeed than the usual Antarctica. So as I said, I apologize. The last 10 days I didn't do much of activity. It's starting to get windy now because we are approaching the docking space of Ushuaia. But yeah, so I'm about to take you on another 10 days journey of Falklands and the Georgian Islands. Those are also some incredible touristic destinations to travel when you're out in this part of the continent. So that is just how beautiful it looks today. They're approaching summer in Antarctica. That's why we are going to exit this place. It doesn't get exciting anymore if there is no snow in Antarctica. So we will leave the place for about 20 days and we'll be back on the 6th of January. So I will embark on this journey from tomorrow the 17th to the 6th of January. That is a 23-day cruise down the Falklands and the Georgian territories. Ladies and gentlemen, final approach to Ushuaia, the last continent. Very good morning, everybody. What's up, mambo vipi watu? Today is day 3 of my exploring here in Antarctica, and as you can see, or if you can hear, it is extremely cold and it's snowing here. I don't know if you can see snow just falling there, and my face is all fully covered with snow now. It's really snowing and it's pretty much cold. It's really cold. It's -8 degrees Celsius today here, or rather 30 degrees Fahrenheit if you're using the American measuring device. So today is really cold. It's day 2 in Antarctica, and today is a day of whale watching. Today we're trying to find whales here. There's a lot of whales in Antarctica actually, which is pretty common on this side. The big whales. So people are out there searching the big whales. If you can see, there's guys there all exploring, trying to look for whales. There's even guys all over there. There's a little tower there, radar tower there. So pretty much people ask me what are behind these ice walls. People wanted me to show them the ice walls on Antarctica. And these, ladies and gentlemen, are the ice walls of Antarctica. These are the ice walls here. As you can see, this is a huge massive wall here, and sometimes it breaks actually. As you can see there, that one is already breaking. Sometimes you can hear just thunders rumbling down. That's the snow falling off from these big mountains and walls of Antarctica. Somebody asked me what are behind these walls. Well, what is behind the ice walls of Antarctica is just more ice walls, more snow, and more water. There is no end to this. Remember, this is the last place on Earth, all the way down to the South Pole. As you know that the world is round, so right underneath there, that little carving under the South Pole is what is where Antarctica is actually. Ask me if people live here. No, there is a few houses here, but these are only for people who are here on research and scientists, and also there is heavy military presence here. The US submarines, the Russian submarines, and all the other countries here all taken this area hostage for the military or their navy bases here. So there's nobody living here. It is forbidden to live in Antarctica because it's really well reserved. So you can imagine if you live in Antarctica, for instance. It's a joke. I was being told, hapa ukiangusha, hapa ukienda kwa choo unachukua vitu yako unarudisha unapeleka pale Argentina. Huwezi acha pupu hapa Antarctica. It is well protected by the IATO. IATO is an international Antarctican conservatory plan that you have to sign. You have to do the snow is becoming too snowy here now, guys. I cannot anymore, and it's too cold. I'm freezing. I'm not wearing the right thing. If you look at me, my lips are drying off. My face is starting to cut off, and you can see it's snowing. My sweater is full of snow everywhere. I'm not really dressed for this because I'm walking indoors today. But as you can see, there's massive icebergs all around. There's one also right behind me there, one big one, as you can see. So it needs, and just to let you know, by the way, they are captains who are just designated to drive, to pilot the ships through the icebergs. It's not any other pilot or any other captain who will just come on and take a ship and say, let me drive through the Antarctica. They are designated pilots who are only meant for these, who live in Ushuaia, and when a ship is coming down to Antarctica, they jump on a ship and they drive your ship to maneuver all the way through the Antarctica. So this is Antarctica for you guys. Day 3, exploring Antarctica. Welcome to Antarctica. Adios, amigos. Yo, what's up guys? Welcome. Today we're about to do something incredibly insane. Welcome to the office here, where we are going to do some navigational charts today. As you can see, we are pushing the icebergs today here in Antarctica. Loads and bits of icebergs that we're trying to push them through, but the weather conditions are stable. As you can see, the winds up there is showing 0 winds, so we're okay. And we're just pushing now. I'm going to show you, come here, let me show you something cool. Let me show you something where we are now. So this screen here is where we get to monitor everything. As you can see at the time, our heading there, 195 degrees. The nautical miles that we're hitting now and everything. We're the current position now is 62 degrees and 19 degrees in south, and we're heading west. So this is our current location right now. Actually, this little thing here is our current location right now, Bransfield Strait. This is where we are, and this is our route. This is where we came from, all the way from Falklands, all the way from Georgian Island, and all these are all little escapades that little. Like, this is our route. This marks our route. This is what we need to be careful of: icebergs and things like that. Right here, you can see us clearly. Not sure you come closer. You can see us here clearly. This is our route. The straight line here marks our route, and you can see that little thing rolling there on the screen. That's our radar up on the ship, showing us the direction that we can go. And those are other ships. They are traveling also the same direction. Remember, every ship they have their own navigational route, and you have like 300 meters apart from each other that you really need to follow this route. So basically, that's what happens. I will show you. This is a minimized version of whatever is, zoomed out version of whatever is going on all along the other things, ships approaching and things like that. There's another ship right here. There's another guy right here and right here. So in case of anything, we'll contact that guy who's somewhere heading out there. We have contact with all the. We have a common channel with all the ships across the vicinity. This right here shows us our rotor at the back, or our propeller. What's our propeller doing there? Because remember, with such harsh conditions, we need to push our bow thrusters to split the ice, and then we just push the propellers so that we can push the ice. So this shows us now what current direction that the propeller is pushing, 179 degrees west, 0.5 west. That's what we're doing now. We're now at 0 knots. We're stable. We're not moving. That's why it's showing the 0 nautical miles, because we're just pushing the bow thrusters to clear the way so we can break the ice to go there. And over here, well, it's such a huge text actually. This is our weather charts, where we get to see the weather and everything, what's happening. The red is like extremely disastrous and everything like that. And then this one shows us any ships close to us and our current location. As you can see, there is the 30th of December. It's showing us a time and zone. That's where we are there, heading west. King George Island is there. That's where we came from. And then if I zoom out, you now see that there's quite a lot of activity going on here. There's a lot of ships happening here. Means that this is I don't know what they are, if they are military ships or they are just research ships, just hovering around this Antarctic waters. As you can see, this is close to some land here. You see these guys here are very close to the island. I don't think these are expedition ships. These are just maybe minor trolling ships which are allowed to swim in this one. As you can see, look how many ships are all over the world. But if you come close to Antarctica, you can see how one by one they decrease, because as I said, it's extremely it's difficult to get to Antarctica if you're not here for research purposes or if you're not on a cruise ship. So yeah, basically that's what happens. Let's check the weather chart here and see what's happening where we're heading today. Well, let's check this out now. This is what we call the polar view. So the polar view basically shows us what's happening in the whole of Antarctica weather-wise. You can see there's a lot of red. Weather conditions here are extremely harsh at this time of the year. As you can see, south northern winds here pushing down. This is a no-go zone now. This is where we normally hit the Drake Passage, where I normally bring in the content. This is where we normally cross. Gentlemen, you can see how that is. We're here now in the green, but look at that. That's absolutely red, and you can see the wind is just pushing down, curving, because remember I told you that this is the convergence of 3 oceans that makes up the Drake Passage, as I said in my message. So basically much that's it. That's my boring evening this evening, just to move this machine up and down. Adios amigos. Antarctica, day 1.